back to my YouTube channel. My name is Danica and I'm the Fit Mom Lifestyle on Instagram, LTK, and TikTok. And today I'm back with a little bit of a different video for me. So if you're new to my channel, I usually do vlogs, activewear, fitness related content, and today I'm switching it up a little bit and I'm going to share some business related content. So I'm really excited about today's video. I personally have worked for a number of small businesses over the years. I myself have a small business and I have pointed out 10 mistakes that I see all of these businesses make, regardless of how many years they've been in business, regardless of their success. These are mistakes that I have seen every single one of these businesses make, and I'm going to provide you solutions on how to fix them if you find yourself making these mistakes in your business as well. So if you like this content, I will be doing a new business series. So I plan to have one business video every single month. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you have any specific requests, please let me know in the comments below. That would be extremely helpful. And let's get into the top 10 things that I see all small businesses do and how you can fix them. So as I previously mentioned, I've worked for a number of small businesses and I myself have my own business and I have made some of these mistakes. Actually, I've made all of these mistakes at some point as well. Also, these businesses range from businesses that have been in business for a year, some of them up to 30 years. Some of them have had a lot of success, some of them have not had as much success. So these mistakes that I've seen really affect all types of businesses, all sizes, you know, all small businesses. You could have a small business as small as one employee or 20 employees, and they affect them all. So the first mistake that I have seen is not adapting to new technology. So whether you are using the product that you first opened with and you refuse to update, or you're not looking into what's come out, or you're just not interested in it, again, there are some businesses that I have seen who they have been in business for 20 plus years and they're still using the exact same technology that they were using 20 years ago. Now, sometimes, and some arguments, would be, well, if it ain't broke, why fix it? There is definitely some truth to that. However, by updating your technology, there's definitely ways that you can be so much more efficient. There's also probably a lot more tools and resources that come with the new technology. So again, I'm not saying every new thing that comes out you need to adapt and you need to try and make that part of your business model, but I am saying revisit this maybe quarterly and see, are we up to date? Are we current with this? Is there something that we could add in that's going to make the business run more smoothly? Things like that are super important, and again, keep you from being outdated, and you don't want your clients to go to newer businesses that are more up with the times. So this is definitely the first mistake that I see being made. All right, so mistake number 2 has to do with money. If you're in a small business, chances are you've got a good pulse on the money. You should have that regardless of the size of your business, but particularly small businesses, usually, money is a top issue, concern, priority. So let's talk about it. The mistake that I see most often when it comes to money is raising rates. So this should be something that we're doing at least annually, if not quarterly. Again, it depends on your business. It depends on what you do. It depends on your client base. But this is definitely something that you should be incorporating into your business. Obviously, with inflation, we see this happening all the time. Everything's getting more expensive. Why shouldn't your rates go up as well? So this is definitely one place where you could be losing money. Obviously, you may have some clients grandfathered into whatever it is that you are doing within your business, but raising your rates for those new clients is an easy way to just make a little bit more money. And you, as the time goes on, are gaining more knowledge, gaining more experience that those clients are going to benefit from. So you definitely should be raising your rates, again, if not quarterly, at least annually, because this could definitely benefit your business. It's something that, again, I've seen a lot of the older businesses, especially, they just say, well, this is what I charge. And that's great, but what you charged, you know, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 1 year ago, you could be making a lot more money, again, with just inflation alone, not even factoring in all of the knowledge that you've gained and experience over that time. So raising rates is a very simple and effective way to increase your income. All right, the third mistake that I see that also affects how much money you're able to generate is whether you're contacting former clients or customers or not. So oftentimes, you know, you want to keep a pulse on your former customers, clients, whether that's a newsletter, an annual event of some kind. Just keeping yourself top of mind to your former customers or clients, especially if they had a positive experience with you. This is a really great way to, again, bring back older clients. Maybe, you know, if you have a service that is something that they subscribe to or is continuous, maybe something happened, they moved, you know, they had to cut back on costs or whatever it may be, and now they're in a much better place to where they can spend that money, or they're interested, or they kind of, you know, forgot about your service, but they're interested in getting back into it. These are all ways that we can essentially generate new leads by contacting our old leads. So again, like I mentioned, some things that you could do, having an annual event where you're inviting, you know, you've got an email list, you're inviting your former clients via your email list to this annual event, keeping yourself top of mind. Maybe you just have an email list and you circulate a newsletter monthly, quarterly, you know, at least an annual review where you're kind of letting them know, hey, here's what we're doing with our current clients, customers. These are the successes that we've had. You know, this is basically a recap of our year, our month, our quarter, whatever it may be. And just reminding them, you know, how you're doing and why they would benefit from coming back to you, or, you know, using you again, or referring you to somebody else. Again, really depends on your business and what you offer, but these are definitely things that we can tap into that, again, if your former clients or customers had a great experience with you, keeping yourself top of mind, keeping yourself on their radar is going to be huge for bringing them back into your world or generating some new leads as well. All right, so let's move into some of the mistakes that I see made within the company or the business itself. So the next mistake is not having a reference or a handbook for your employees to review, whether, again, that's on a regular basis, or if you have a new employee come in, they can just use that to quickly learn whatever it is they need to be onboarded into your business. So imagine, you know, if you have only 1 or 2 employees and something happens to you, you get sick, you're in the hospital, you want to go on a month-long vacation, whatever it may be, and either you brought on a new employee or you have a current employee that doesn't know how to do something and you're unavailable. By having some sort of manual, handbook, something like that where they can refer to it, you know, you have everything broken down. Again, it really depends on what you do in your business, but maybe you have, you know, the accounting aspect, you have something to deal with the clients, you maybe have some tutorials on the technology. And again, this could be a physical handbook that you keep in the office that has screenshots of, you know, the computer, or a step-by-step on how to handle a new client or a new customer coming in. Things like that. You could easily have, you know, a 50 to 100 page handbook or manual in the office that any new employee can refer to. Again, this is something that you can have your employees freshen up on, whether, again, that's quarterly, annually, whatever it may be. And if you bring in a new employee, it's really an easy way to have a checklist to make sure that everyone is learning the same material. Because if, you know, if I'm the business owner and I'm training one person and then I rely on that person to train the next person, you know, it's a game of telephone. Some things are going to get lost in translation. Some things will likely get forgotten. The, you know, person number 3, 4, 5 down the line will not be nearly as knowledgeable as the first person, which again is okay. Maybe that's where you have like your manager, you know, role, but to get everyone on the same page, get everyone trained properly, it's really helpful to have a handbook or a manual for reference. Mistake number 6 goes along with employees, and this is a simple one, but especially in small businesses, I think that this is extremely important, and that is making your employees feel special. So again, this, you don't need to bend over backwards to give everybody a participation award by any means, but doing something, if they do something right, calling them out, telling them you appreciate them. Oftentimes in small businesses, everybody plays a very vital role, and it's really essential to make each player feel a part of this and make them feel valued so that they, one, continue to invest their time, energy into your business, but also stick around, help you build this business. So I think it is very important, whether you have 2 employees or 20 employees, to just try and give them some attention, some praise. Again, this doesn't have to be a daily thing by any means, but if someone does something right, calling them out, letting them know you appreciate it, just essentially keeping the morale up within your office, your business, whatever it is, that goes a really long way. It's going to help you keep those employees that, I'm sure if they're there, they're doing a good job, they are important to you, you value them. But if you don't tell them that, they're not going to know, and then they're going to go work from some large corporation that has much better benefits, much higher pay, and you're going to lose a really good quality employee. So again, just going out of your way, especially if you only have a handful of employees, it's something easy that you can do. If you are the, the main kind of manager of sorts, maybe you have a weekly meeting, maybe you have a monthly meeting, something where you talk with them about their strengths, their weaknesses, things that you see them doing well. Again, if this is, maybe you have a bigger team, this is not something that's feasible for you, you have a manager that does that, that touches base with them, making sure everyone's feeling important, everyone's feeling heard. And again, I'm not saying this in a way that everyone needs to get a participation award or anything like that, but when you have a small company, it's really helpful to get feedback from everyone, because maybe they're seeing things that unfortunately you are not able to see, a certain part of the business. And I think that, again, showing them that you value what they have to contribute will really go a long way. So mistake number 7 is kind of sticking with making employees feel special. And again, I think that this also goes a long way when you are a small business, but that is having some sort of event or incentive for your employees. So again, as I was mentioning earlier with clients, maybe you have an annual event for your employees. Again, if you have 2 or 3 employees, this is much easier than if you have 20 employees, but this could be as simple as a dinner, or a day event, or a weekend away, or something like that, whatever you feel makes the most sense for your business. But having some sort of event or incentive, again, it could be, something small, it could be however you see fit, but having something that's going to make your employees work harder for that thing, right? So you've got some incentive, maybe they have to hit some sort of goal, or whatever it may be for you, or you just have a regular event where your employees know that they can look forward to it. If it's the holidays, if it's a summer event, things like that, that they can really work towards. Another thing, if you maybe don't want to do an event, or maybe you're a really small business and that's not something you can afford right now, you can also just do a small gift of some sort. And again, a little thing can go really far. You could send flowers, you could do a free meal. I know in corporate it's very common to kind of joke about like, oh, we wanted this and all we got was free pizza. And I think that's definitely true, the bigger the businesses get. But when you have this small kind of family feel of a business, I think small things like that really do go far. Kind of like I was saying before with giving each employee some attention, whether you have a lunch of some kind, a holiday party, just sending, your employees flowers or Starbucks gift cards or something. It could be as small as $20 each. It could be a weekend away at some extravagant hotel. It really just depends on where you are in your business and how you want to kind of reward your employees. Again, you can also add some sort of incentive program in there, whether you want them to, hit some sort of mark, or if you just want this to be something that they can expect on an annual, quarterly basis, whatever works and makes the most sense for you. But again, making people feel important, feel valued. This really goes a long way in the small business, because you can't unfortunately do it on your own. I mean, I'm sure if you could, you'd be a solopreneur. You wouldn't have your small business. You have some sort of help outside of yourself. And I think it's really important to foster the growth of your family environment if that's what you want. And if not, then, you don't necessarily need to do that, but I think you should still do something to make them feel important, valued, special, because again, they can easily go to another company where they're gonna make a ton more money, get a bunch of benefits, things like that, but for whatever reason, they're here with you, working for you. And I think you need to take the time to appreciate that and let them know that you appreciate that as well. All right, mistake number 8, this could be either for you or your employees, but that is investing in coaching or conferences. So a lot of small businesses, I think, put their heads down and they say, let's get to work, let's build this business, go, 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 go. And they never take a moment to kind of reevaluate, make sure that they're learning new skills, make sure that, again, they're evolving, they're reinventing as they go, and really kind of keeping up with what's going on in their field. And one easy way to do that is investing in a business coach or going to conferences that, relate to your field. These are write-offs as well, so that's really great too if you're looking for a way to have a write-off. Also with events, you can look into ways that you can get those written off as well. There's some, specifications, especially depending on where you're located, but you can get these all written off too. So I'm not an accountant, but you can talk to an accountant, a CPA, and figure out what you can do there. But that's really great as well to know that you're investing not only in learning more, but you can also write it off for your business. So that's kind of exciting too. So again, finding a business coach, now it's so much easier to just find a business coach online, work with somebody to, again, learn new skills, perfect your business in one way or another, or just attending conferences in your field where you can learn the latest. And again, very important. And I think that with small businesses, it's so easy to just kind of put your head down and get to work, and you often forget these things. And I think that that saying, slowing down to speed up, I think that's very, very important. So if you take some time to just learn some things, and you can just go full speed when you get back, and you're gonna work so much faster, more efficient, and be in such a different place, especially after investing in learning some new things for your business. All right, mistake number 9. Let me just preface this by saying I've kind of told you a lot of things to do to help build the morale, build your employee base, things like that. But let's circle back, because you might be like, okay, these are all great ideas, but I don't have the money for that. Let me make a quick suggestion for you. I have seen that not many small businesses do regular audits, and you can do audits of, your business as a whole, but in my experience, particularly auditing your expenses is a really great way to save some money. So again, like I said, I have my own business, and I often find that I'm paying for things that either I've replaced with new technology, or I don't really need that anymore because I've moved past that. There are so many ways. I mean, you probably see this in your own personal life. How many streaming services do we have? Are you using, HBO Max and Prime and Netflix and Hulu and all the things, right? So similarly in your business, kind of circling back and then maybe even prioritizing, because maybe you are using all of those things, but maybe you could benefit from cutting out 1 or 2 of the 7 things that you have and really focusing on maximizing the benefits of those things that you are keeping. So really cutting back on expenses. And again, this is not in a way, this is not with a mindset of like lack, where, oh, we can't afford this, we need to cut back. No, it's really more about maximizing what you have and really taking advantage of the systems that you have. And it's an easy way to save some money. Again, oftentimes we're spending money that we don't even realize that we're spending. So doing regular audits, this will also benefit you, again, for taxes, if you know exactly what you're spending on your business. That is a huge and relatively simple way to save some money, which therefore makes you generate more money as well. The last mistake that I see all businesses make, that I personally think is the most important, is remembering your why. So oftentimes, again, as I was saying before, it is so easy to get caught up in, we need more money, we need to get this business rolling, we need to get this off the ground, work more. But again, coming back to why you started your business in the first place is essential to moving forward. So I recommend doing this, again, at least annually, kind of doing a performance review of your business as a whole on an annual basis. Again, all of these things can be done quarterly or monthly as well if you choose. But just kind of looking back at your mission statement, especially as you onboard more employees, you know, as your business grows or generates more money, making sure that you're sticking to the values, the goals that you had in the first place. You want to make sure that you're, you know, staying in alignment with that original goal, but you also want to make sure that you're pivoting and refocusing and readjusting and maybe even reinventing as time goes on. But I think kind of keeping that initial mission statement as a, you know, very important part of your business and evolving from there. Obviously, over time, we all change. We hope our businesses change and grow as well. But just circling back to that original why, I think is so essential. It's going to help you as well continue to grow, continue to be motivated and excited and have that passion for your business. And again, you can take that and kind of mold it as you go forward, as you change, as your business changes, as it grows. Maybe you pivot, maybe things go in a different direction, but still remembering at the heart of it why you started it. And that kind of goes back to making sure that you have a solid mission statement. Obviously, that's kind of expected, or that's definitely a prerequisite to this, but if you don't even have that at this point, making sure that you have that really solid, you know, kind of fleshed out mission statement that you can reference, post it in your office, have it somewhere where you can see it, and that's going to keep you, again, focused, motivated, and really keep that hunger alive for this small business. And then all of the other things that I previously mentioned will kind of build on that as well, because you've really got the idea behind this business, the why, and then you can take all those tips, and that's going to be the how, and how you're going to really make this business flourish. All right, so that is it for my first business video, the 10 mistakes that I see all small businesses make and how you can fix them. I would love to know in the comments below if this was helpful, if you enjoyed this, if you learned something new, if you got some ideas. Again, also, please let me know if there's anything that you'd like to see in the future. If you have any specific questions or comments regarding this video, that would be super helpful as well. I also am available to work with small businesses to help you along this journey. If something that I said really sparked your interest and you're interested in working together, I always have my email down below. I would love to chat with you and help you and your business grow and succeed. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you in my next one and talk to you then.